Hey guys, this is Mr. Shaw. I'm still sheltered in amid the growing outbreak of the 2019 coronavirus disease, and a lot of students have shared some frustration with needing to stay at home for so long, given how boring it can be to be stuck for such a long amount of time. Of course, you guys actually have no shortage of work that you could be working on. Hit me up if you forget what that is. But I wanted to take a few minutes to explain a bit about what social distancing is, which I'm sure you've been hearing about nonstop, and talk through a little bit about why it's so important to maintain social distance for such a long time. So you've got a bunch of dominoes. These aren't really dominoes. These are little shelves that I had lying around because I don't play dominoes. But say you got them lined up in a row. Obviously, you know what happens when you knock one over. It makes contact with the next one, knocking it over, which hits the next one to topple the next one, and so on. In normal human interactions, we make contact like this with people all the time. Obviously, we make physical contact with people, handshakes and high fives and hugs, but anytime we exchange money, purchase an item, pass a plate of food, show something on our phone, that's going to be contact too. We touch something, and that thing touches the other person, so that's a domino. Sometimes the contact isn't visible. It could just be droplets coming from our mouth and landing on someone else through a sneeze or a cough or just breathing. Those are dominoes too. Normally, all these points of contact are totally harmless. They might carry bacteria or microbes, but they may not even hurt us, and some of those microorganisms can even be helpful. Very rarely does this kind of contact make us sick. Still, we rack up more and more of these dominoes over time and repeated contacts. Every once in a while, every 30 minutes right now, it's helpful to rinse off with soap and water, which helps clear it up. The problem, of course, happens when one of those dominoes carries something that's harmful, say a contagious and deadly virus like COVID 19. Then each one of those contacts means a chance for the virus to pass on to the next domino. Moreover, though, in real world, obviously these dominoes aren't all in just one straight line. There are branches that take place. Maybe this one is a trip to the grocery store. Maybe this one is on your way to work. This one might be at the stop at the post office. And each one of those branches can then infect a new set of people, which can then branch off again. This is why a lot of times the graphs you see in the news are curved upwards. We call those exponential graphs because every single one of those sick people can start multiple domino chains. And each one of those chains can branch in many directions. There's an easy fix for all of this, which is what we call social distancing. Say I take one of these dominoes out of the line, decides to stay home from work, even though it's not sick. Another one stays home from school, and another one decides to worship from home instead of going to church. And then this one decided to buy groceries in bulk to save themselves a trip from the store. This one decided that instead of going to the gym, they would exercise at home. Now when one domino falls, doesn't make contact with any of the others, and the infection doesn't spread. This is what social distancing does. It increases the distance between people by keeping them at home or apart and making it harder or impossible for the infection to keep moving until our own immune systems and our bodies can destroy the cause. We're fortunate that we have a lot of other ways to stay connected in the way of the internet. We can use phones. We can obviously use like video chats and things like that, which we didn't used to have in pandemics of the past. But it's still hard to keep apart, especially for so long. So hopefully this helped explain why it matters. And don't worry, it will not be forever. See you guys later.